In this video, we're going to be using First Line Shave Delmar Blvd and the Carbon TI razor with the plus plate. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And before we get started today, I want to remind you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, Real Talk will be live on Instagram. We're going to have Mel and Nate. We're going to have some giveaways. We have the Maritime Brush Company giveaway, the brush. We have a $75 gift card from the Razor Company and also a $25 card courtesy of the Razor Company for giveaway as well. So join us tonight. Let's have some fun. Take a chance on maybe winning something. Okay, let's get into the products for today. The soap for today is Delmar Blvd by First Line Shave, which has a really nice scent. And this scent was inspired by Bleecker Street, if you're familiar with it. It is just a really nice, pleasant scent. I'll put the notes on the screen for you right there. Violet, blueberry, thyme, cedar, jasmine, vanilla, oak moss, amber. A lot of notes in it, but it just comes across as really nice, pleasant. Scent strength maybe just a hair below medium, but man, it's a nice scent and I like it a lot. The cost on this is $23 for 4 ounces or $5.75 an ounce on our Call Sharp, which is pricey. But since I love the scent so much, I'm not terribly bothered about that. Would I like it to be cheaper? Sure. But all the same, I'm still glad to have purchased it because I really like the scent and I haven't smelled a scent like this. And so for me, that makes it a win. This is in the First Line Shave 3.0 base, which is tallow. I'll put the ingredients for you right there on the screen. It is definitely a good quality. So the consistency on this soap is quite soft. In fact, it's sort of at the extent, or it's at the limit, my limit on softness, because I don't really enjoy artisanal soaps that are super soft. I wish this were a little bit more firm, but I didn't have any problem lathering it. I didn't have to work particularly hard. So it'll definitely give you a good lather, but it's really soft. Now, one thing to mention, these soaps will harden up a little over time as they lose their moisture. So that's something to consider. But I'd love to see First Line firm up that base just a little bit. That's just my preference for what it's worth. The razor for today is, we're going to be using for the first time, the Carbon Shaving TI razor with the plus plate. And the plus plate has a 0.88 millimeter gap. This is quite an expensive razor. It is $349 US. The stainless steel version is $225, I believe. I own the stainless version in their regular base plate. I like it a lot, so I figured I would try this one. I moved some stuff out of the den and had some funds laying around, so I'm like, okay, let's try the Carbon TI and see what it's all about. This is made of 100% US sourced titanium, whatever that means. I'm not quite sure. You can go look at the unboxing if you want to see what kind of packaging this comes in, because I'm not going to continue to harp on that. I think it could use better packaging, like I said, but again, check out the unboxing video if you want to look at that. I think the thing with Carbon is they pride themselves on using no plastic in their packaging or anything else. They do include a washer underneath there, but that one is rubber, and so it's not really plastic. So Carbon is committed to not using plastic, and I certainly respect their beliefs on that. But anyway, we look forward to using this today. The difference in the plus plate is they've increased the blade gap and they've decreased the blade exposure a little bit from the regular base plate. So we look forward to using this for the first time. All right, let's get into it. And as a reminder, I will link the products used today below, so check them out if you please. And here is our lather and our Captain's Choice bowl. And today we are using the PAA Switchback 400 handle with the APShaveco 2-bed synthetic knot, which I like. And we have a beautiful lather here with First Line Shave, and we always get a beautiful lather with First Line. Again, my thoughts on soft soaps are just, what happens is typically I have to use a little more soap. So when they're pricey, that sort of makes the value, it decreases the value because you have to use a little more soap. I'm just not crazy about them. I've sort of fallen out of love with super soft soaps, and this one's right on the edge. However, I do love the scent. I do like Michael at First Line. He's a really nice guy. We've had some conversation, and I've been meaning to pick this one up for a while. It was released, I believe, last year sometime, or maybe even the year before. It's been a while. So this is not a new soap. It's been out for a while, and I'm just now getting around to it. I do like most of First Line scents. Not all, but most. Fallout, I did not like at all. But people really love that scent. But for me, it was very funky. Now, that was a base that was a little bit different. So it could have been I was getting a lot of the base at that time. Sort of a, to me, it was sort of a funk scent. And it could have very well been the base at the time. But anyway, this is a very good quality soap that takes hydration well. Sort of comparable to Kaizen, you know, in the way it behaves, I would say. Although, of course, the new Kaizen 2E is much more firm, and I'm really loving that. I don't know, I just find when soaps are sort of at least medium firm, I enjoy working with them more. That's just me. And some people, probably the opposite. Maybe they prefer something really soft. That's okay. And so let's take our first few strokes. That's nice. With our carbon TI. Oh, that's very nice. The blade in here is Gillette Tenacit. That is nice. You could definitely feel a little bit of blade there. But it feels nice and smooth. And so that's always what I want. The perfect combination for me would be a razor that is quite efficient while maintaining that smoothness and not being rough. And there is no roughness in this. So wow, the plus plate, and this is the first time I've tried it, that's feeling very good. This might be the plate for me, although I really like the regular plate too, honestly. The regular carbon plate, I have loved that one. So at some point, I will grab my stainless razor, which has the regular base plate, and use this one side by side. Now the weight difference is going to be dramatic, you know, because this is titanium, it's light. It's somewhere in between stainless steel and aluminum in weight. And for people who like aluminum razors, what titanium does is it gives you a weight that's sort of light relative to stainless, but it gives you far more strength than aluminum. And so if you like aluminum razors, but would like something that's probably going to be a little bit more durable, titanium might be for you, although it is very expensive. No matter what razor you get, if it's in titanium, it's going to be pricey because titanium is just an expensive metal to work with. It also wears out the tools much faster than stainless steel, I am told. And so you have to factor that into the cost. So also, if you find that stainless steel razors are too heavy, a little more heft than you like, and you want something super strong, titanium might be for you. Again, always going to be more pricey, so you've got to, you know, factor in that and what your budget is always. And always, you know, make the choice that's right for you. It doesn't matter what I like, it matters what you like. And so, you know, grab those items that appeal to you and that you like. If you like long-handled razors, use them. If you like short-handled razors, use them. Now, this one has a longer handle, but I've always loved it because it's so well-balanced. And I think on longer handles, if they're a little bit narrow, I don't mind them. But when they're chunky, I don't care for long handles at all. So, the first pass was fantastic. The soap, perfectly slick, no burning. First Line Shave definitely makes some really nice soaps. There's just no question about it. They are a really good soap maker, in my opinion. And also, they donate a lot of the proceeds to various charities. And you can go on their website and read about all those. I'm not going to mention them today. I have mentioned them previously, but they do a lot of work with charities, particularly for first responders, veterans, and so on and so forth. And so if you're into that sort of thing, then, you know, you might want to consider First Line. They have some really good scents, I think. Again, I don't like every single one, but I like a lot of them. This soap is really nice and slick, and it takes hydration very well. So if it takes hydration well, it generally is going to be slick if you lather it in a way that gets the best out of the soap. And again, this one I don't find to be finicky to lather. I have found some soaps I've stopped using because they are finicky and I'd have to go back and add more product. This is not one of those. Ultimately, folks, it's all about your enjoyment. So please, you know, buy those products that you enjoy and use them. And don't buy products that you don't enjoy. For me, what I do is if I don't enjoy something, I'll certainly say it because I have an obligation to the viewers to be upfront always if I like something or don't like something. But, you know, once I don't like it, I'm not going to buy it, and that's sort of it. I don't make it a mission to sort of, you know, consistently talk about things that I'm not using or don't like. I will mention it if it comes up as part of the conversation, but you know, those soaps that I'm not using really aren't important to mention all the time. And I know some people, they get angry or whatever with the artisans, and then they get like a personal vendetta against them, and then they go on and on and on and on. And, you know, that becomes off-putting to a lot of people. So we're not about that here. We have made those sort of mistakes in the past where we've, you know, back years ago, we'd get into arguments with people, and, you know, we've grown up. We've grown up, and we understand now. When I say we, you know, I mean me, and hopefully you too, the viewer, that life is short. It's too short to be putting out a lot of toxic material all the time, especially for a hobby that you really love and you just want people to enjoy themselves to the max. And so for me, if I don't like something, I'm going to say it, but I'm not going to have a personal vendetta against the artisan or, you know, things like that. We'll mention it. We might even joke about it on Real Talk and stuff like that, but it's never our goal on this channel to hurt businesses. And even when we don't like a product, we'll say so, but we have no intention of hurting businesses. And I hope that everyone will sort of take that stance that if you don't like something, don't buy it, say your piece, and then move along, you know. That's, I think, the best way to go about it, because there are many people who do like those products. So keep that in mind. All right. And these are things that I've learned, you know, from experiences. If you want to create a positive place for people to come in a welcoming environment, you got to keep it welcoming. You know, now that doesn't mean you have to completely sell out and never air any criticism, because just like we said in our unboxing, you know, we talked about the packaging on this razor. That's fair criticism, but that is not delivered with any intent to harm carbon, of course, because ultimately I still bought the razor and I like it. I love the way this plus plate is shaving. Will it make my stainless obsolete? I don't know yet. I'm going to use them side by side and see. But man, I like the way this is shaving, and boy, I like the soap too. It is just, it's got a phenomenal scent. I did not pick up the splash, but I probably will after using it on the face. It just smells really nice. It's a very good scent indeed. And as I mentioned before, you know, Michael does a lot of great scents. And one of the scents that he's done recently, that peach, if you're a peach lover and you want something, I call it sort of a darker peach, you know, peach plus, peach with some additional stuff going on, you know, check out that James, it's called, I believe. That's a really nice one. All right, man, I tell you what, no complaints today about this gear. It's just been really, really fun to use. And it is very, very enjoyable. And that's why we do it as often as we can. You know, got all this stuff, man. I love this. This is just, for me, the idea that you can take something that for most people, because please consider our hobby is very niche, whatever you want to call it, and small. Most people find shaving to be incredibly tedious, boring, and they don't want to do it. And when you discover this hobby and find that it can be enjoyable, it can be something that you really have fun with, and that you also meet great people, and you're using great products. I mean, it's just a game changer. It's a life changer, I think. It's certainly changed my life in many ways, and I've learned a lot from it. So I'm grateful to the hobby and to the people in it for teaching me lots of lessons. And I'm still learning things every single day, not only about gear, but how to interact with people, how to be more diplomatic. You know, you learn as you go, and I've made mistakes along the way, and I'm not shy at all about discussing those and saying, no, I won't repeat those. But ultimately, man, it's really a privilege and honor to be able to make these videos and shave and enjoy it every day and have an audience and have the support that I have. And I want to thank you all for that. Every one of you who makes a comment, who, you know, even if we don't agree, if you do it in a positive way, you know, I appreciate you, and I want you to know I appreciate you. And you're definitely part of my life, and you're a bright spot, because certainly is a lot going on that's, you know, tough to deal with. And so I appreciate you. And boy, I appreciate this gear today too. I'm loving the plus plate here on the carbon with the Nasset, the TI razor. It has not disappointed in terms of the way it's shaving at all. It has, you know, it's met my expectations. It is very pricey. You know, there's just no getting around that. And you'd be a fool if you didn't acknowledge that it's pricey. Or it'd be foolish not to acknowledge it, I should say. Doesn't make you a fool, but it's foolish not to at least mention it. But I'll tell you what, I do like the way it's performed on this first shave. I do like the plus plate. I don't know how it will compare to the regular plate, which I love, I think is fantastic. But we'll put them side by side in the near future and see how that comes out. Maybe this plus plate in the titanium makes the other one obsolete. Maybe I don't need the other one anymore. I don't know, we'll see. But I love the carbon razor, generally. And again, I have to thank Nate from BBS Live for loaning me his carbon and really putting me onto it, because it is a magnificent razor. I absolutely love it. All right, that was fantastic, man. Really fun shave today. All right, let me rinse and we'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, we are back in off cam. We did a warm water rinse to remove the soap, and then we applied our alum. And I don't know if I've explained this before, but when you use alum right after shaving, if you have any micro cuts or anything like that, you'll get a little stinging. And that sort of gives you feedback as to where you might be getting too close. There was no stinging on this one, so the plus plate really hit the spot. After I used the alum, I did a cool water rinse it off, and then toweled off with our Lancaster towel prior to using the Thayer's Cucumber Magic, because it's made by Witches. Excellent shave today. Delmar Blvd by First Line Shave. No buyer's remorse. It is a terrific quality soap. It has a terrific scent, and I really enjoyed using it. I will buy the splash on this one, because I did not. I wanted to try the scent first. The Carbon Razor TI with the plus plate was just fantastic. Very efficient shaver, but it felt very smooth. The Nasset blade was a good fit. For the razor, the fit and finish is good. It's quite expensive. That's really the only downside. But for the first use on this, big thumbs up. It is definitely going to be a keeper and something that I will enjoy using for years to come, God willing. And we're going to finish things out today with First Line Shade Blue, which is based on Eternity, if you remember that from back in the, say, early 90s or 90s generally. Really nice scent. I really enjoy it. And since I don't have the Delmar Blvd splash, we'll roll with a little Eternity. Oh man, this scent takes me back. I absolutely love it. Wowee, what an excellent shave. Thanks so much, folks. I hope to see you all tonight on Real Talk. Remember, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Be there or be nowhere. Thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.